Have you ever done a good deed and had no idea it would change your life? A few weeks ago, I stopped to help a family with their broken-down car, just a small act of kindness. But what happened when I got to work later? I couldn't believe my eyes. I want to hear from you. What would you do if you found someone you helped unexpectedly in your daily life? Comment below. I read every single one. And if you love real-life stories full of surprises like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of these jaw-dropping encounters. Have you ever stopped to help someone, expecting nothing in return only to be met with something completely unexpected later on? Sometimes life has a funny way of turning the tables, rewarding generosity when we least expect it. But here's the twist. Not everyone applauds kindness. Some people choose to mock it, laugh at it, or even try to make you feel foolish for doing the right thing. Imagine this. You take the time to help a stranger with no expectation of anything in return. Maybe you offer food, help fix their car, or simply listen when no one else would. Then weeks later, that very act of kindness changes your life in ways you couldn't imagine. Yet there's always someone in the background ready to scoff, "Why bother? What did you get out of it?" Or worse, they laugh publicly, making fun of the compassion you showed. Here's the thing. Mockery often comes from misunderstanding. People who laugh at others' generosity often confuse kindness with weakness. They don't see the courage it takes to help, without expecting anything back. And in those moments, your reaction matters more than theirs. Do you let the laughter discourage you, or do you continue being the person who spreads kindness anyway? I want to know your thoughts. Comment below. Have you ever been publicly mocked for being kind? How did it make you feel, and how did you respond? Did it change your perspective on helping others? Share your story, and let's talk about the power of kindness versus public mockery. Remember, sometimes the universe has a way of rewarding even the smallest acts of generosity, and when it does, those who mocked you might be the last ones to see it coming. Let's turn this into a conversation. Do you think people who publicly mock others for being kind are just insecure, or is there more to it? Drop your opinions in the comments. Let's see what everyone thinks. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories about surprising twists, acts of kindness, and life lessons that make you question everything. Hit the bell so you never miss a moment of inspiration, and maybe a little public roasting too. Have you ever locked eyes with someone in a completely unexpected place and felt your world tilt for a moment? That surreal, "Wait, do I know you?" feeling can be both exciting and nerve-wracking. Today's story is all about that exact moment, recognizing someone familiar in the most unlikely of settings, and realizing that the universe has a funny way of connecting the dots. But here's the twist. This encounter wasn't just heartwarming. It also made me reflect on how people sometimes mock publicly or judge others without even knowing their story. Why do we feel the urge to laugh at someone else's awkward moment? Why do we instinctively point and comment instead of empathizing? I want to know your thoughts. Have you ever witnessed someone being mocked publicly and felt torn between laughing and standing up for them? Do you think people mock because they feel insecure themselves, or is it just entertainment for the moment? How do you personally handle moments when someone is being publicly humiliated? Drop your answers in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to read your experiences and opinions. Share a story where you were the one being mocked or the one watching, and tell us what it taught you. Remember, life is full of unexpected reunions, surprises, and yes, awkward public moments. The way we respond can reveal a lot about our character. Let's turn public mockery into moments of compassion, understanding, and reflection. If this story made you stop and think, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a story that challenges your perspective and touches your heart. Let's create a space where we learn from each other, laugh without hurting, and embrace the unexpected twists life throws our way. Your turn. Who's someone you unexpectedly recognized in a strange place? How did it make you feel? And most importantly, did anyone around mock the situation? And what did you do about it? Fate or coincidence? How one good deed changed my daily life. Have you ever done something kind without expecting anything in return, only to see your world turn upside down in the most unexpected way? A few weeks ago, I helped someone who seemed completely ordinary. Just a small act of kindness, really. But what happened afterward left me questioning everything I thought I knew about fate, coincidence, and how our actions ripple through life. Here's the twist. While my intentions were purely good, not everyone around me understood them. Some people laughed, Some mocked openly and some even questioned why I bothered at all. It got me thinking, why do we sometimes feel the need to publicly ridicule someone else's good deeds? Why do we enjoy mocking kindness instead of celebrating it? Is it insecurity, jealousy, or just habit? I want to hear from you. Have you ever witnessed someone being publicly mocked for doing something good? How did it make you feel? Do you think people secretly admire those they mock? Or is it truly mean-spirited? And most importantly, would you have acted the same way if you knew the outcome of your kindness could completely change your life? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk openly about public mockery, generosity, and what it really means to act with a kind heart, even when others laugh. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more stories that make you question fate, coincidence, and the power of one simple action. Have you ever stopped to help someone, only to have your world turned upside down weeks later? That's exactly what happened to me. I thought it was just a simple act of kindness, helping a stranger in need. But then, no weeks later, we crossed paths again at work. And the twist? I couldn't believe who was sitting across from me in the office. It made me stop and think, why do we often rush to judge or mock others publicly? How easy it is to laugh at someone struggling, without realizing the full story behind their life. In this story, I realized that appearances can be deceiving. And the person I once helped, or could have been tempted to mock, turned out to be someone completely unexpected, right in my professional world. I want to hear from you. Have you ever witnessed someone being publicly mocked and later discovered their true story? Do you think public mockery ever teaches a lesson, or does it just hurt? Have you ever regretted joining in when others laughed at someone? Comment below with your thoughts, experiences, or even opinions on whether people deserve a second chance after being publicly humiliated. Let's spark a real conversation about compassion, judgment, and the surprising ways life can flip the script. And if you love stories full of shocking twists and life lessons, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more moments that will make you stop, think, and maybe even laugh at how unpredictable life can be. The family I helped and the secret they carried with them. Have you ever stopped to help someone only to realize later that the situation was far more complicated than it seemed? A few weeks ago, I came across a family stranded on the side of the road. Their car was broken, and they looked completely lost. Without thinking twice, I offered my help. I didn't expect anything in return. After all, helping others is just something we should do, right? But what happened next was something I could never have predicted. It turned out that this seemingly ordinary family carried a secret that would shake my understanding of trust, judgment, and appearances. Suddenly, the simple act of kindness I had offered became a lesson in humility and awareness. Here's the part that made me stop and think. The way some people around me reacted was shocking. Instead of showing gratitude, a few individuals mocked the family openly. They laughed at their struggles, judged them for needing help, and even shared their humiliation with others. It was a stark reminder of how quickly some people resort to public ridicule instead of compassion. I want to hear from you. Have you ever witnessed someone being mocked publicly for something beyond their control? How did it make you feel? Did you speak up or stay silent? Do you think society teaches us to judge and ridicule rather than help? Sometimes the people we help are carrying burdens we cannot see. And sometimes those who laugh at others are hiding insecurities of their own. I want this video to spark a conversation about kindness, judgment, and the power of standing up for others, even when it's uncomfortable. So tell me in the comments, have you ever been in a situation where someone was publicly mocked for something they couldn't control? How did it impact you or them? Let's start a discussion. Let's call out public ridicule when we see it. And let's remember that a little kindness can change someone's entire world. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, because sometimes the stories we hear can teach us lessons we'll never forget. Life's little surprises, when helping others pays off in ways you never imagine. Have you ever stopped to help someone expecting nothing in return, only to find out later that your small act of kindness changed everything? Life has a funny way of surprising us when we least expect it. Sometimes the very people we help, or the situations we step into, have outcomes that are beyond our wildest dreams. But here's the twist. Sometimes while we're busy doing the right thing, there's a world of onlookers ready to judge, laugh, or publicly mock us. It's astonishing how quickly some people can turn a simple act of generosity into something to scoff at. Have you ever noticed how the loudest critics are often those who have never tried helping anyone at all? Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever been mocked for doing something kind? Did someone publicly laugh at your efforts, only for the story to have an incredible ending later? How did it feel to turn a situation where others were ridiculing you into a personal victory? Let's start a conversation. Share your stories of times when people laughed at your generosity or mocked your efforts, and how life surprised you in the end. I guarantee your experiences will inspire others to keep choosing kindness, no matter how tempting it is to let the naysayers win. Remember, public ridicule says more about the person mocking than the person being kind. Kindness is never wasted, even when the world seems to be laughing at you. Sometimes the biggest payoffs come after the biggest laughs. Drop your stories in the comments. Let's see how many of us have been publicly mocked, but quietly won in ways nobody expected. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a story about life's little surprises, moments of unexpected joy, and the power of helping others. Lessons in kindness, the encounter that made me rethink everything. Have you ever had a moment that completely shifted your perspective on life? I had one just last week, and it's something I can't stop thinking about. I was walking down a busy street when I noticed someone struggling, clearly in need of help. Most people just walked by, some even laughing quietly at the awkward situation. But I stopped. I offered what little I could, not expecting anything in return. What happened next made me realize how easy it is for society to judge, mock, or look down on others without even knowing their story. That encounter reminded me that kindness isn't just about giving. It's about noticing, understanding, and choosing empathy over ridicule. It made me wonder, how often do we participate in public mockery, even if subtly? How often do we laugh at someone's expense instead of reaching out a helping hand? I'd love for this community to think about that deeply. Comment below. Have you ever witnessed someone being mocked in public? How did it make you feel? Did you speak up or stay silent? Do you think society's attitude toward public ridicule needs to change? Share your thoughts, your experiences, or even a time when kindness changed someone's life, and don't hold back. Let's create a discussion here that matters. Let's talk about the difference between laughing at someone and laughing with someone. Let's reflect on how small acts of kindness can counteract a world too quick to judge. And hey, if this message resonates with you, don't forget to subscribe and join us for more stories that challenge the way we think about others and ourselves. The car breakdown that changed everything. My unbelievable workday revelation. Have you ever stopped to help someone, only to have the world respond in ways you never expected? That's exactly what happened to me last week. I was driving home from work when I noticed a family stranded on the side of the road. Their car had broken down, and they looked completely helpless. Without thinking twice, I pulled over and offered to help. I towed their car, helped them get a tow service, and even made sure they were safe before heading back to my own workday chaos. I thought it was just a small act of kindness, something anyone would do. But then everything changed. Weeks later, I walked into my office and saw someone in the conference room who I could never have expected. It was the very same man I had helped on the side of the road. And not just any man. He was sitting there as the CEO of the company I had been dreaming of working with. My jaw literally dropped. It got me thinking, why do we sometimes hesitate to help others? Why do some people mock kindness or belittle generous acts? I've seen it happen countless times. Someone tries to do the right thing, and instead of being celebrated, they're laughed at or ridiculed publicly. So I want to know from all of you, have you ever been mocked for doing something kind? Did public ridicule stop you from helping someone again, or did it make you stronger? Do you think society secretly enjoys seeing people humiliated, even when they're doing the right thing? Drop your stories in the comments. I want to read about every time someone faced public mockery and how you handled it. Remember, this isn't just a story about a car breakdown. It's a reminder that acts of kindness can ripple in ways we never imagine. And sometimes, the people who laugh at others' generosity are the ones who will be left surprised. If you've ever helped someone and it changed your life, or if you've witnessed someone being mocked for their kindness, share it below. Let's get real about public ridicule, compassion, and what it truly means to do the right thing. And don't forget to subscribe for more unbelievable stories like this. I promise you won't believe what happens next. When generosity meets destiny, an unforgettable workplace reunion. Have you ever wondered what happens when a simple act of kindness unexpectedly comes back to you? That moment when you help someone, expecting nothing in return only to discover that fate had a surprising plan all along. That's exactly what happened in this story. I stopped to help a stranger whose car had broken down. I offered my time, my effort, and my support, expecting nothing in return. Weeks later, I walked into my workplace, and there he was, the same person I had helped, sitting in my boss's office. The shock, the disbelief, the sudden twist of fate. It was like life itself was showing me a lesson I could never forget. But here's the part I really want to talk about: how people react to acts of generosity. Some may quietly admire it. Others might publicly mock or ridicule it, thinking it's naive or foolish to be kind in a world that often feels harsh and selfish. So, I want to hear from you. Have you ever helped someone and faced public mockery for it? How did it feel to be laughed at for doing the right thing? Do you think people today are too quick to criticize acts of kindness? Drop your stories in the comments. I want to see your honest experiences and opinions. Let's talk about the moments when generosity meets ridicule, and how standing up for compassion can sometimes make you the target of public laughter. But in the end, destiny has its own way of rewarding kindness. Comment below. Have you ever been mocked for helping someone? How did it turn out? Let's get this conversation started. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more stories. That will inspire you to believe in kindness even when the world seems ready to laugh. Have you ever stopped to help someone and had no idea it would change your life? That's exactly what happened in my story. One ordinary day, I offered a helping hand to a stranger, and weeks later, I found myself face to face with someone I never expected to meet. It made me think, how often do we judge or mock others publicly without understanding their story? In today's world, it's easy to point fingers, laugh at mistakes, or comment sarcastically online. But what if every person we've ever mocked could turn out to be someone incredibly important in our lives? I want to hear your thoughts. Have you ever witnessed someone being mocked publicly? How did it make you feel? Do you think mocking publicly is ever justified, or is it always harmful? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start a conversation about compassion versus judgment, and the unexpected connections we might be missing every day. And if you love stories with shocking twists and life lessons, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. The Family's Secret: what I discovered weeks later. Have you ever thought that doing something kind could completely turn your world upside down? That's exactly what happened to me. Weeks after helping a seemingly ordinary family, I uncovered a secret that left me speechless. And honestly, it made me question how people really treat each other in public. It turns out appearances can be so deceiving. The family I helped, they weren't just any family. They had layers of secrets, expectations, and yes, people who publicly mocked others without a second thought. The experience was shocking, and it made me reflect, why do some people find pleasure in putting others down, in showing off, while quietly belittling someone else? I want to hear from you. Have you ever witnessed someone being mocked in public for no reason? Or maybe you've even felt the sting of public ridicule yourself. How did it make you feel? Was it uncomfortable, embarrassing, or even infuriating? Drop your experiences in the comments, don't hold back. Let's start a conversation about why people feel the need to mock publicly, and how we can react with empathy instead of letting it happen silently. Comment below with your thoughts. I've seen someone mocked publicly and it was so unfair. People shouldn't laugh at others in public, it's cruel. I once got mocked publicly and here's how I dealt with it. Your stories matter, and sharing them can help others see that kindness and respect always win over mockery. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more real-life stories that make you rethink what you think you know about people, family, and unexpected secrets. Remember, public mockery might feel powerful in the moment, but kindness and understanding leave a lasting impact. So what's your take? Let's hear it in the comments. A twist of fate. Seeing someone I helped in an entirely new light. Have you ever stopped to help someone only to see them in a completely different light later? That's exactly what happened to me, and it made me rethink how we judge others or even ourselves. It all started as a simple act of kindness. I thought I was just helping a person in need, but weeks later, I saw them in a context I never could have imagined, and suddenly all my assumptions were challenged. It made me realize something important. Sometimes people hide parts of themselves, and our quick judgments can be completely wrong. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever witnessed someone being mocked or judged publicly, only to later discover there was so much more to their story? How did it make you feel? Did it make you rethink your own reactions, or the way society treats others? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss, is mocking others ever justified? Or does it only reveal our own insecurities? Your experiences and opinions might surprise someone else watching. Think about this. The person you laughed at yesterday could be someone who teaches you an unforgettable lesson tomorrow. If you enjoy stories that challenge the way we see people and encourage kindness over judgment, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Don't miss future videos where we explore real-life twists, unexpected lessons, and the moments that make us rethink everything we thought we knew about others. The day helping a stranger changed my life. Have you ever stopped to help someone, only to realize that your small act of kindness would change your life forever? That's exactly what happened to me one ordinary afternoon. I saw a stranger struggling on the side of the road. Without thinking twice, I went to help. It was just a simple gesture, or so I thought. What happened next completely shocked me. That stranger? He turned out to be someone far more significant than I could have imagined. In that moment, I learned something crucial. Compassion isn't just about helping others. It's about discovering the hidden truths in life. But here's the part that really gets me thinking. In the middle of all this, I couldn't help but notice how some people reacted around me. Some laughed, some whispered. Some even mocked me openly for stopping to help a stranger, thinking I was wasting my time. It made me wonder, why do we so often mock acts of kindness in public? Why do we feel the need to judge others for doing something good? Does it make anyone feel superior? Or is it just insecurity hiding behind laughter? I want to hear your thoughts. Have you ever been mocked for helping someone? Do you think public mockery reflects the heart of the person laughing or the strength of the one helping? Would you stand up for kindness, even if everyone around you laughed? Let's turn this into a conversation. Comment below with your own stories or opinions about public mockery. Share a time when you helped someone and someone laughed, or when you witnessed someone being mocked for being kind. Your experiences could inspire someone else to act with courage and compassion. Remember, life is full of surprises, and sometimes the smallest act of kindness can lead to the biggest revelations. Don't let fear of judgment stop you from doing what's right. If this story resonates with you, hit that subscribe button and join our community. Let's celebrate kindness, courage, and the unexpected ways life rewards those who dare to help strangers, from roadside assistance to workplace shock. My story: have you ever done something purely out of kindness, only to have the world react in the most unexpected way? That's exactly what happened to me. I stopped on a busy road to help a family whose car had broken down. I thought it was just a small act of compassion, nothing more. But weeks later, I walked into work and couldn't believe who I saw sitting in my boss's office. This experience got me thinking. Why do some people feel the need to publicly mock others, even when they're doing the right thing? Whether it's laughing at someone's misfortune, belittling acts of kindness, or making sarcastic comments in front of others, public mockery can be incredibly hurtful, but it also says a lot about the person doing the mocking. I want to hear your thoughts. Have you ever witnessed someone being mocked publicly for doing something good? Or maybe you've been on the receiving end of it yourself. How did it make you feel? Do you think people mock others because of jealousy, insecurity, or something else entirely? Let's get real in the comments. Share your stories, opinions, and even debates. Don't hold back. This is the place to speak up about the culture of mocking, shaming, or ridiculing others. And hey, if you want more stories that mix shock, kindness, and life lessons, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next twist in the story. Comment below. Have you ever been publicly mocked for helping someone? How did you handle it? Acts of kindness and their surprising returns. Have you ever stopped to help someone, expecting nothing in return only to be met with ridicule or judgment? It's surprising how often generosity is mocked publicly, and yet, those very acts can come back in ways we never imagined. In today's video, We explore stories where people showed compassion, despite being laughed at or belittled. They risked embarrassment, stood firm in their values, and often discovered that kindness has a mysterious way of returning to you, sometimes in the most unexpected forms. Now it's your turn. I want to hear from you. Have you ever publicly mocked someone who was trying to be kind? Or have you ever been laughed at for doing a good deed? How did it make you feel? And what did you learn from that experience? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's start a conversation about the true meaning of kindness versus the temptation to mock. Sometimes the people who laugh the loudest are the ones who need compassion the most. Remember, acts of kindness are never wasted, even if the world around you doesn't seem to notice at first. If this story inspires you, hit like, subscribe, and join our growing community of viewers who believe in doing good, even when it's hard. Let's change the world one kind act at a time. The stranger who wasn't a stranger, a jaw-dropping workplace encounter. Have you ever had one of those moments that completely flips your day upside down? Imagine this. You stop to help someone who seems like a total stranger, only to find out later that the person is someone you never expected, sitting right across from you at work. Now here's the twist. People in the office noticed it too. Whispers started, subtle smirks appeared, and some colleagues couldn't resist making jokes or laughing quietly at the coincidence. It was one of those moments where you feel the weight of every eye in the room, silently questioning your choices, your life, and your luck. But here's the thing, laughter and mockery can be so revealing. Who are the ones quick to judge? Who are the ones who find joy in someone else's surprise or embarrassment? And who secretly wishes they had the courage to act with the same kindness, but wouldn't dare? I want to hear your thoughts. Have you ever been publicly mocked for doing the right thing? How did it make you feel? Do you think people who mock secretly admire the courage it takes to be kind? Drop your stories in the comments below. Let's see who has faced the sting of public teasing and turned it into something empowering. And don't forget, if this story made you pause, laugh, or think, hit that subscribe button so you never miss moments that challenge what you think you know about kindness, karma, and unexpected encounters. Remember, the next time someone mocks you, it might just be a sign that you're doing something extraordinary, something they wish they had the guts to do themselves. Have you ever witnessed someone going out of their way to help a stranger, only to see others mock them for it? It's shocking how quickly generosity can be turned into a joke in the eyes of some people. In today's story, I helped a family whose car broke down on the side of the road. I didn't think much of it. I just wanted to make a difference. Weeks later, a revelation completely stunned me, and it made me realize how cruel people can be when they publicly mock kindness. We live in a world where public embarrassment seems to be a form of entertainment. But why do some people feel the need to laugh at someone's good intentions? Is it insecurity, jealousy, or are we just too desensitized to the value of compassion? I want to hear from you. Have you ever been mocked for doing the right thing? Did it make you hesitate to help again? Or maybe you've seen someone publicly humiliated for being kind. How did it make you feel? Drop your experiences in the comments. Let's create a discussion about why mocking others publicly is never okay, and how we can shift the focus back to respect and understanding. Sometimes, the most meaningful stories are the ones that reveal not only who we help, but also who we are surrounded by. This story isn't just about helping hands. It's about hidden stories, hidden judgments, and hidden truths that we rarely see until it's too late. So I ask you, would you stand up against public mockery? Would you continue to help even if others laughed? Comment below with your thoughts. Let's turn this video into a space where kindness is celebrated, not ridiculed. And if you want more stories that will challenge your perspective and maybe even make you rethink how you see the world, subscribe to the channel and join our journey of compassion, surprises, and lessons we can all learn from.